Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news, Hamtramck city manager is suing the mayor and other city leaders for what he calls retaliation and racial discrimination.
Yeah, this legal action marks the latest chapter in a series of controversies that have gripped the city for weeks. Now, the lawsuit alleges the city manager was subjected to unfair treatment and bias, raising serious questions about the conduct of local officials. Well, today's development comes on the heels of previous legal battles, including ongoing disputes over city council appointments and a whistleblower lawsuit settled earlier this year. Now, for the full story and continuous updates, visit clickondetroit.com. Our other top story here at 6, a dangerous social media trend that's putting neighbors in Van Buren Township on edge. Now, it's called the door knocking challenge.
And it's exactly what it sounds like, kids kicking in front doors after seeing it on social media. Van Buren police responded to 2 incidents just yesterday after neighbors called 911. Lauren Kostick shares their message tonight for those behind these pranks.
This trend is kind of a new twist on the old ding-dong ditch prank, but instead of coming up, ringing the doorbell and running away, they're also kicking in the front door. And you guessed it, all of it caught on camera.
Ring the door. Oh,
there it
jeez.
is.
Yeah.
And off they go.
On Sunday, Van Buren police responding to 2 calls from homeowners saying their front doors were kicked in.
Both of them, the homeowners were home, very startled, very scared.
It's all part of a social media challenge that started a few years ago, mimicking a home invasion. In this one, you can see 2 kids approach a home. One pulls out a phone and the other kicks the door before sprinting away. That same day, these 3 teens were also caught in the act in a different neighborhood.
What seems like a harmless prank is anything but a harmless prank.
Neighbors agree.
Ding dong ditch is one thing, but kicking doors in is a whole different ball game.
Saying you never know who's on the other side.
One person could have a gun thinking it's someone breaking in, and who knows what's going to happen.
They just haven't kicked in the right door. It's unfortunate, but I hope for their safety that they stop soon. Don't come kicking in my door.
And police say this viral prank could also come with some serious consequences. Home invasion charges, or at a minimum, destruction of property.
And the last thing we want is for somebody to get hurt.
And Van Buren police tell me that they have located the one group, but they are still looking for those 3 teenagers, hoping all of this serves as a lesson to others. Reporting live tonight, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
Yeah, so disturbing this kind of thing is going on. Good to see that investigators are on it. Thank you, Lauren.
Well, some chaotic scenes at what was supposed to be a family-friendly event. Now, take a look at this video from over the weekend at the Birmingham Village Fair. Police confirmed there were 3 separate fights, including one on Friday between 14 girls, sending one of those girls to the hospital with minor injuries. The Sunday incident stemmed from someone cutting in line at the Ferris wheel. It's now at the point some attendees are starting to plan for trouble.
We purposely went on Thursday because we knew that Friday, Saturday, even Sunday, maybe it would be a mess.
It's nerve-wracking. It's scary. You don't know what's going on until afterwards.
Now, Birmingham police are telling Local 4 the department did have significant presence at the fair and downtown and responded quickly to make arrests in each reported assault. Now, the city of Berkeley this year decided to cancel its own fair following 2 years in which fights broke out at their festival.
Tonight, investigators in Troy are working with the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office to determine how a child got access to a gun and shot himself. The 9-year-old boy is still in critical condition at a hospital after accidentally shooting himself in the head. It happened Friday afternoon at a home on Crooks Road. First responders rushed the child to the hospital where he underwent emergency surgery. A gun was found at the scene. So far, no arrests have been made, but that could change if the prosecutor's office decides to issue charges. And of course, we will let you know as soon as we learn more.
Well, right now, Michigan students are facing a critical shortage of school psychologists. That's according to a report by the Michigan School Safety and Mental Health Commission. Right now, there is 1 psychologist per 1,400 students. That's 3 times higher than the recommended ratio set by the National Association of School Psychologists. Now, Michigan has just 1,000 school psychologists serving 1.37 million K-12 students, with 200 positions sitting empty right now. The Mental Health Commission was created after the Oxford shooting and is urging the state to take action right now. They recommend the state boost mental health staffing, improve access to care, and create stable funding. The report also emphasizes the development of long-term plans similar to 17 other states that already have dedicated mental health funding.
Floor by floor, the transformation of Michigan Central continues, and it won't be long before you can stay there overnight yourself. A luxury hotel will be built in a space that's been empty since the 1980s. Jay Scott Smith is live with a closer look at what's going on. Jay, this is really exciting news.
Yes, indeed, it really is. Good evening, everybody. And you see this building right over my shoulder, the Michigan Central Station. It stood for more than 100 years, and it's had a lot of different titles, and another one is about to be added in luxury hotel. Less than a year after the reopening to the public, the Michigan Central Station has morphed into a meeting space, innovation hub, and tech space. And soon, it's going to add another title, luxury hotel.
Lots of people say, are you going to ask us, is this going to be the most luxurious hotel in Detroit? And what we really wanted was actually accessible luxury.
Michigan Central made the official announcement this morning that they will open a Nomad hotel on the station's 14th to 18th floors. Now, Nomad is an upscale hotel brand that's associated with Hilton, and the plan is to open a 180-room hotel, including 30 suites, on the building's upper floors overlooking the city. And this will also mark the first time the 112-year-old building's upper floors have been used. It's the latest of the massive restoration that started when Ford Motor Company bought the once dilapidated building back in 2018. It's since become a sprawling campus with the additions of the factory, the new lab, and the mobility hub.
We've had programming where we get the public in all the time. Just been all these different dimensions, and you're starting to see Michigan Central become this very unique destination and hive of activity.
The Nomad will also feature a restaurant as well as a bar and lounge on the ground floor and a wellness space for guests on the third floor. It will be among a number of new Nomads opening worldwide, including in Turks and Caicos, Egypt, Singapore, and India. And that will go along with the current ones in New York and London. Michigan Central CEO says this is the latest part of the evolution of the historic building.
But for now, we just want to keep building that critical mass. And it's become this driver for growth, for the innovation economy in Detroit and the region, and we just want to keep doubling down on that.
Now, Josh Seierfman also said that the hotel is going to essentially activate the west wing of this building. And if you're wondering when people will be able to start staying at the new Nomad Detroit, well, it's set to open up in early 2027. Live at the Michigan Central Station in Corktown, I'm Jay Scott Smith for Local 4. Let's head back to the studio.
And when you hear the other cities that are getting Nomads, you realize Detroit is really up and coming, and it's just awesome to see. Jay Scott Smith saying, thanks.
Gotta let you know, a popular Ferndale eatery is closing its doors for good tonight. Bobcat Bonnie's announced its sudden closure today, leaving both patrons and employees in shock. Now, this marks the latest in a series of closures for the restaurant group, which has faced challenges in recent months. Now, the owner has not publicly commented on the closure, but the abrupt shutdown has raised questions about the future of the brand and its one remaining location, that's in Lansing. Well, some local communities are getting a boost in the fight against illegal tire dumping. The state's Environment Department is awarding over $1 million to support tire recycling efforts, and several projects in Metro Detroit made the list. Funding will support drop-off events, roadside pickups, and cleanup of old scrap tire piles. The goal is to reduce fire hazards and stop mosquito breeding grounds. Recycled tires will be reused in roads, gardens, and even on some playgrounds. Well, wildfire smoke is finally moving out of the area, but not before helping Mother Nature put on a beautiful show this morning. All right, so check out this sunrise, my pick from Walled Lake, sent to us by Robin Duncan.
I know all that particulate matter, it's not good, but it does make for pretty sunsets and sunrises. There was a similar scene in Marine City. This my pick coming to us from Lori Hannon. Thanks so much for sending that in, Lori. But after a weekend filled with air quality concerns and alerts, things are looking better this week. Isn't that true, Ron?
Well, we are getting a break right now. We're going to see some better temps for those who are lovers of hot weather, but we will be seeing the air quality fluctuating as that smoke is not very far away. We will see some of that drifting back in. Here's a look right now into Metro Detroit. We have the sunshine, clear skies, but look at what's happening to the west. The Twin Cities, storms moving in their direction. Well, we will have the chance of some storms popping up here on Wednesday. Some of them could be strong. Now, here's a look of New Center, Midtown, and downtown from Southfield. It is gorgeous all across Southeast Michigan right now. 77 is a popular number, coming in at 77 for Southfield, Detroit, Howell, and 80 right now in Adrian. Now, if you don't see 80 degrees in your community today, you will tomorrow. Here's what we're seeing out there. Beautiful conditions going into the evening in the lower 70s and upper 60s. If you are fortunate enough to have a car, this would be a great day to get it washed. We're going to have that full forecast coming up, and I'm going to talk more about that storm chance in just a few minutes.